Hey everyone, this is the voice behind Anonymous KDP community. So before you proceed, we are going to ask your ChatGPT about what you want to write about. So in my own case, I'll be writing about a biography. So in my own case, I'll be asking ChatGPT about the person I want to write about. Once you have gotten your answer, then you proceed that I want to write a book. I want to write a book about the person you want to write about. But in my own case, I'll be writing about Alan. So once you have gotten your book outline, they are going to copy your book outline from chapter 1 to chapter 8. And beside, the reason why I'm giving my book section and subsection is to avoid repetition of points. To avoid repetition of points and to give it area of concentration, where to focus on and what to write about. So once I copy my book outline, I'm going to post it in my working sheets as in where I paste my book outline to make it easier for me. So I'm waiting for my Google Docs to load. I have a lot of book outline in this sheet or tab. So I'm still waiting, I'm still loading this stuff. I'm still loading the browser. So hold on. All done. All done. Okay. I think we are good to go now. So I'm going to paste my book outline for the book I'm currently writing about. So once you paste your book outline, then go back to your AI. I've already written my book description before I started recording this video, so I'll just drop the prompt below this video. So this is the book introduction. Write a book introduction for me with nothing less than 800 words. Make it professional, practical, and story driven, with no repetition of points, and do not with no traces of AI. With no traces of AI and stuff like that. I'll drop the prompt in the description below. So once you copy your book introduction, go to where you're writing your book, the tab. So I've already pasted my book introduction here. So the next step is to proceed to chapter 1. So chapter 1. Once you copy your chapter 1, you copy chapter 1, section 1 to subsection 1, subsection 1 1 to subsection 3. Copy and paste it in your AI. You're going to keep your AI there. You're going to tell your AI to cover all these points, all these points as one, and do not write with subtitle. Avoid repetition of points. Make it professional. Make it story driven and practical. Make it simple and easy to understand, because if your AI is writing more vocabulary in your words, you will get tired of the book. So then send the prompt. Okay. Now, okay. Now, you tell your AI to adapt his writing tone, or the person you're writing about, to adapt their writing tone. If you're writing about a female, tell your AI to adapt her writing tone. Then if you're writing about a male, tell it to adapt his writing tone. If you're writing about travel guide, just normal tone and make it more active and formal, informal, Jerry. Are you with me? Just send. Okay, I don't know what is wrong with the network now, but I'll be sending a prompt now. I'm not sure you told your AI to write it with nothing less than 800 words. Then once you have gotten your book introduction, your chapter one, your book chapter one, then come back to your original tab and input the chapter one title, and you are going to have to delete your section because we won't be adding the section in our original book to avoid. So once you put it in heading one, put it in the center, then change it to Times New Romance to make it look more professional and more standard. Then change your book setup to justify. Then once you have your book, once you have your chapter one, section one, as you can see, as you can see here on my ChatGPT, my write-up is bringing link. So we are going to have to tell your AI to rewrite to avoid plagiarism and copyright. So once you have gotten the written version, as in the upgraded version, to avoid plagiarism, the reason why we are writing the stuff, the write-up, is to avoid plagiarism and copyright. So you copy and paste it in your chapter one, then repeat the same process till the end of your chapter. Okay, you have to do the same process, repeat the same process for your chapter. For each of your chapter, in my own case, my book stop at chapter 8. But if you have more than that, you have to repeat the same process for your chapter, the same process for your section 1, the same process for your section 2, the same process for your subsection and section 3. Then, if you are copying the section, you have to copy the subsection under each section so that the ChatGPT will know where to write about and what to write about, and to avoid repetition of points or repetition of passage in your book. Okay? So once you have repeated the same process for your section 2 and section 3, then you can start doing the same for your chapter 2, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8, chapter 9. So, okay, now that we are done with the written version or the upgraded version to avoid plagiarism and copyright issue, then move to section 2, chapter 1. Then repeat the same process you use for section 1, chapter 1, you repeat it for section 2, chapter 1. then you do the same, copy and paste it to